Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, you guys always like the hot take videos, was looking around, seems like yesterday, I do the Glory Long video, people liked the hot take stuff better, so we'll dip into some of it. And then even more so over, the Max Buffs Kid Buu videos. These videos are a mess. These Max Buff Kid Buu videos, because characters can't stand in front of that boss. So those become a mess. So we'll do some hot takes. Still waiting on info. It's going to be coming soon, right? Like, we know that they did say on the 7th is going to be the new stage for the tile breaking event, right? So, you know, we've had that date kind of like circled. Let's take a look at this. I was handed this thread, this hot takes thread, in a sealed envelope and told, this one is pretty bad. So here we are. No offense to Yuka, of course, but let's see. Let's jump in. All right, so we're starting with the GOAT, one of the better characters of 2024, no doubt. Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This guy's underrated, yeah, for sure. Based off of what I personally see, he's underrated, yes. Yes. Because all year, it's like, yeah, he's unkillable. And then people are like, no, my God, no, when you people see him. Dude, yeah. He's underrated for sure. People gassing him are loud. I would probably, people will probably put me in that as well, right? I'm probably one of those, okay. Extremely effective, borderline unkillable, yep. Unless you're setting him up for failure. Yep, true, okay. 1 for 1. Still the best LR, no contest. This is not a crazy take. If we would just take a look at the, my recent LR tier list, like I said yesterday, I would make one change to this, and that's how it just swapped Janemba and Gotenks. Besides that, I feel good about this. I have Beast at 3, but, it's not a stretch to me to have him at 1. The thing about, especially some of these tier lists this year, is that all these characters are so good. You could make really valid arguments for moving characters around in a lot of spots, right? Like, you could definitely drop Goku, Gohan, and Trunks down. You could put BROLY up, right? Definitely a lot of different things we could do there. I don't really agree, but I don't really disagree either. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Best aging unit in the game's history. She is very effective. The thing about Bulma in 2024, we're now in 2025, is that Bulma was still super good because she would be supporting for multiple turns, Rainbow Orb changing, pretty easy for her to get like 2 super attacks. She had some built-in crit. She did have attack debuffing. Remember, a lot of fights, in the 9th anniversary meta could be attack debuffed. So Bulma had a nice little toolkit ready to go for a lot of that. But in all of 2024, Bulma was not very tanky. Like, in 2023, we could use Bulma in slot 1. She was that good. But not really in 2024. Nowadays, too, it's like Bulma is very strong because support is so good. You guys know, I'll talk shit about Goku, Gohan, and Trunks endlessly, but they will be in every video. They will be on every team. They will be in every video. Super Easy A Kid Buu dies for me every single time I run him, but we will run him every single time I can, right? The same thing with Bulma. These supports are so good. I don't know about best aging unit in the game's history, but, she is a Dokkan Hall of Fame character. That is for sure. Top 5 LRs no matter what. Yeah, see, okay, I actually do not agree. Not the best for Goku and Frieza. Yeah, exactly. But he cannot die in every other fight. For the most part. Still able to work in Goku and Frieza in certain cases. Here's the thing about the Max Buff Kid Buu fight. I've talked about this. I actually saw some people saying, nope, you gotta count that like how characters do against Max Buff's Kid Buu, because, that's what the fights are headed towards, which is true. But I've been calling Kid Buu 2027 boss. He's probably not. It's probably more like I don't know. Maybe Kid Buu will be the boss in, like, worldwide of this year. Like, that's what bosses are going to look like. I guess that certainly could be true. But I'm not really holding characters' performance against Max Buff's Kid Buu against them. I don't think that that's smart here. Let me just get this playing in the background while I'm kind of like chatting away. This guy is really crazy. The thing about this boss is I found that really only one character could consistently sit in slot 1 against this Kid Buu, and that's AGLUI Goku. I could not find another character. I mean, maybe I was mostly only looking for like Glorio team stuff like I don't know. I couldn't get a second character who was consistent in slot 1. Because the thing is that like some of these characters, like people will tell you about like TEQ Carnival BROLY, but like, you know, he has a time limit, and then once that wears off, you know, he's still very good, but he's not slot 1 good at that point. And that's kind of like the big thing, right? Whereas like UI Goku, you know, he just sits in slot 1 because this fight goes on and on and on. Kid Buu has billions of HP, and then he heals 72 million every single turn, right? So it's just like, this is a huge, you know, I think this run took like 45 minutes or something like that. It just takes forever. It takes so long to kind of get through this monster HP pool that Kid Buu has got, right? So, I mean, I could see arguments for him, but I don't like running him in Goku and Frieza with that 17 and Golden Frieza dodge canceling phase. Literally just yesterday. I wanted to, you know, like I haven't really been running AGLUI Goku very much in this fight. And like I did, and like look at this. I mean, this, you know, 17's locking ended up putting us in a bad position here for sure. But like, you know, you get to a turn like this and it's 100% loss. If there was not like a mega powerful dodge canceling fight in the meta, we could talk, but there is, right? There is. So, but like, I see the wank for him for sure. Okay. Janemba far better in every sense of the word. I do not agree. Gotenks, him being a rainbow orb changers really get underrated. It's so funny because Yuka right here was, oh, Bulma, best aging unit ever. That Gotenks might end up in that conversation, by the way. One of the best aging characters ever. People have weird, like, the way they talk about some characters gets very weird, though. Like, it's like Dokkan Twitter will say, oh my god, never put him in slot 1. But, like, the Buu Saga team doesn't have slot 1 characters. It's this guy for the first couple of turns, and then that's it, basically. This unit, if we're in the family Kamehameha standby, right? Like, you don't really have slot 1 characters on this team. So Gotenks ends up being a better option than the entire team. So, it's like, in slot 1, he can die a lot. But as we go on, and let's say we get powerful fuse fighters during the 10th anniversary, and we're running Gotenks, and Gotenks is like the 4th best unit on the team, he's going to be so crazy. And, I mean, he's probably going to age super well just as a floating rainbow orb changer. I don't... Like, Janemba has got some slot restrictions, right? So, it's like, right now, I would agree Janemba's better. I mean, after using Gotenks a lot more, continue using Janemba, stuff like that, I would just change that one thing. But Janemba has got slot bullshit. Gotenks doesn't, right? So, like, eventually, Janemba's going to really fall off. And then, if we're running him in slot 3, he's way less effective, man. Way less effective. So, it's like, look, Gotenks is going to age better than Janemba. I would almost guarantee that. Better than TEQ Vegeta. TEQ Vegeta. Majin Vegeta? No. 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 I mean, listen, I could totally go, like, I could get, because, like, if we just type in Vegeta, we got to be talking Majin Vegeta, right? Yeah, there's no way. Well, this guy? Bro, why don't people ever, like, think to, I don't know, be a little bit more specific? TEQ fucking Vegeta. Okay. No, they got to be talking about Super Saiyan Vegeta. Right? This is who they got to be talking about. Because, I mean, it's a Dokkan Fest CUR. I'm curious. So, like, I guess this would make sense, too. Because I did just drop this up. Yeah, so, like, they would see mine and then talk about this. Here's the thing about this Goku, though. He is... Wait, did I get rid of him? I didn't pull him up. Goku, defensively, is not very strong. Right? Like, it's, you know, he goes in slot 2 or slot 3. I do need to pull him. He goes in slot 2 or slot 3, and he's got 70% chance to dodge, right? But you put him in slot 1, and that drops down to 50% chance to dodge. I do like the shenanigans of playing around with his standby, right? You can get like a turn of Scouter and then, you know, revert him back. But like, there's a difference between like, you could tank normals and then you dodge or die the super. Like, that's essentially what almost like Carnival Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is, right? Tank normals, and then he kind of is essentially dodging or dying the super. This guy, like, against like scary bosses, he's dodge or dying everything. And it's like in like the hardest fight in the game, I like TEQ Vegeta better than that Vegeta or that Goku in the Goku and Frieza fight. Because Goku, I mean, we do have that dodge canceling fight, so that completely takes away the ability of the Dragon Fist to be super crazy there. And then, I mean, I guess he could do a little bit of damage to Goku and Frieza, like the Dragon Fist could do damage to Goku and Frieza, but like Vegeta can outright dominate Goku and Frieza. I like Vegeta a little bit better. Fits better on teams. That's not even true. I don't, like, just like as a statement, fits better on teams. That's not true. Vegeta is on a lot of categories. He's on a lot of teams. Dude, Vegeta's on Glorio's team. Like that, like, just because, remember, just because someone says something, this goes for me as well, doesn't make it true, right? Isn't a liability to try and build up. I mean, Vegeta's not really, I mean, he can be a liability. He's not guaranteed to be one. I mean, well, I like, here's the thing about Scouter too, dude. Scouter, there's so few fights where Scouter is actually doing something, right? 17 in Golden Frieza, that's where the Scouter is good. But like, what is the Scouter going to do against Goku and Frieza? Nothing. Even against like Max Buff's Kid Buu, I mean, most of the time he just supers instantly, is what I've found. Sure. Yeah, I mean, 100% dodge. I don't really use Khalifa much. The thing is, oftentimes I'm not really dipping into using characters without leader skills. I can see the value here, though, in slowing the team down so TEQ Goku's guaranteed to get his domain. Not a terrible, like, point right there. I mean, I could certainly, like, try her out in, like, a video or something. Yeah, I don't understand why this character isn't like, there's just like a weird subsect of the community, right, who is really like it feels like they're just like anti-me, right? Like back in the day, like I'm the one that was like, oh, TEQ Gohan, and like, you know, so like they'll cry about characters that have guard and stacking and stuff, like just big wah baby tears, right? I feel like that's what happens with this character. He really is just like a TUR version of Beast Gohan. Like it doesn't. Like, the biggest cornball, stupid-ass shit I see is people will say he doesn't have teams when he's actually on, like, 50 teams. If you actually, like, I don't know. I mean, not to be rude here, but use your fucking brain. He's on TEQ Goku's team, and he fits really good. He's on Beast's team. He works really good. He's on Movie Bosses. You can run him on TEQ BROLY's team. You can run him on Int BROLY's team. I'm not a fan of that so much, though, because I only really like to use Int BROLY if we could use full uncontrollable power. I'm not really trying to run Int BROLY where I don't have just 100% time I can go to the domain whenever I want to. But yeah, Beerus is on a ton of teams, and he's very good. Very odd. Don't understand that. Worst Dokkan Fest of the year? No. To me, it's easily First Form Frieza. I think easily. Did nothing of note in 9th anniversary content. I mean, well, he came out in June. Did nothing of note in 9th anniversary content. Yeah, because he came out like when 9th anniversary content was basically done. That's weird. This feels like a, I don't want to say it out loud. This feels like a private server take. Cause like when this guy came out, we had a couple of weeks, and then we're into the Tanabata fights, right? Like, we're going into the Blue Cow Ken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta and stuff like that. Like this guy, like, did nothing of note in 9th anniversary content. Yeah, because he came out 5 months after it. That's why. Did nothing in Tanabata content. That's mostly true. We had some good turns with him. Like, I remember he double-digit tanked Blue Cow Ken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta was impressive, but For the most part, him and Super Boss is just not really that impressive. But Frieza's the worst Dokkan Fest of the year. Remove this. Dude, if Goku, Gohan, and Trunks had guard, if they had guard, they're the best unit in the game. Like if you keep them exactly the same but give them guard, I don't know. People have like a weird hate boner for this. I understand. Like, dude, I don't know. Sometimes people just start talking, and it's just I'm just like flabbergasted. Okay, like people have a weird ass hate boner for this standby, right? And like a lot of times the argument I see is, oh, well, it's really bad because once you lose this, the character loses a lot of defensive value, right? And when you go into that mode for a couple of turns, you lose that. But otherwise, I mean, this character's just a fillet of fish out there against these bosses, right? They just fucking kill him. So like this character's best strength is this. This is where the character's at their best. One thing, this character to me would be way better if it was like Jiren. So I think we got to look at it in base. Where is it? Yeah, okay. 3 turns. Here's the difference. This is low key huge for Jiren. He gets an extra turn out of his. That shit matters a lot. Jiren getting that extra turn allows you, like, once you go into this, oftentimes you could just sit in his 100% damage reduction standby the entire rest of the fight, right? Like, that is big. I mean, I don't agree with removing this, but you give this character guard, it's over. Perfect. Yeah, yep. Yeah. Only thing he could have had is that when he kills Paragus, he draws all attacks towards him. That's the only thing. You give him that, he's the best unit in the game. Easily. I would say easily, without question. He's number 1. He's in discussion, but I just can't get him above Beast when Beast has a team protector mechanic and Broly does not. Best banner unit? Is he? I mean, is he better than Bunny Bulma? Like, Grand Supreme Kai is ass. I do like Angela and Metamacha, but, I mean, they're fodder against 17 and Golden Frieza. Kui is not in discussion. Videl, not really in discussion super much. I do really like Piccolo and Vegeta, but Piccolo, he does die very easily. Very easily. I mean, I would... I'd probably put Gotenks above Dispo. I mean, certainly, like, the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, like him, he sucks. Golden Frieza was really good, but he's from the start of the year. Maybe. I don't... You know who has been, in my opinion, very overhated all year? Is this guy. This guy is ridiculous. He's insane. Because he is like a dodge or die character, but he's got the survive KO attack. Like, he synergizes so well with the Buu team. The problem is, like, power absorption and the Buu team, they just need, like, one more juggernaut. Like, if they had, like, one more... Like, if they had, like, TEQ BROLY... Like, if TEQ BROLY was just on Majin Power, like, that would change things quite a bit. I really like this guy. I would... The thing about... I can't really say this guy, though, because, again, like... These characters that are only reliant on dodge, literally the most important fight right now has dodge canceling. So, I mean, that's, like, see, you can't just look at, like, this guy or AGLUI Goku and be like, they're the best. I mean, that applies to physical Gotenks, too. But, I mean, the one thing about physical Gotenks that's really nice is, let's get rid of this L. Well, I don't need to get rid of the L. Is this. That massively is huge, right? Like, it's pretty big. I like Gotenks. I mean, he's in discussion. Is a kitty? Okay, we love cats. Yep, sure. Okay. No. No, he just... Oh, okay. So, he actually just fucking sucks. Sorry. No reason to be nice to this guy. Turn 1 after a triple super. Well, this is... I mean, this is... We're talking about... This is TEQ Gogeta, right? Like, Janemba ain't that scary depending upon the situation. Right? Like the thing about that Janemba fight, there's a lot of RNG into how much damage... Well, I don't know if I want to say RNG, but like, you know, if an STR character attacks Janemba, how many times Janemba's been hit, right? A lot of factors like that. Like this 600k normals turn 1 after a triple super. We're talking about TEQ Gogeta. Except, here's the thing about TEQ Gogeta. TEQ Gogeta doesn't attack very much. I mean, he'll throw out 4 or 5 attacks turn 1, something like that. Vegeta's basically got 50% damage reduction, 50% dodge. So, like, he could dodge. And guess what Vegeta also is? Anyone know? He's also a Rainbow Orb Changer. I'll defend this guy a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy. Where did I have him? Oh, I closed it? Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that's me defending him. It's 10, right? That's about as far as I'll get with the defense of him. But he could do a bit better than people pretend he can. That's for sure. This guy. I mean, yeah, I think Super Easy 8, like, Prime Battle Goku is a pretty nifty character. I agree, sure. What? Wait, what? Huh? What they used to do is not what they do now. Because they Rainbow Orb change? I'm actually not really super sure what we're talking about there. Let's take a look here. So we're talking about standby only, right? I mean, does Gohan having a far easier ability to get into a standby, does that factor in? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. I don't know. What they used to do is not what they do now. That doesn't make any sense. This character's just better in every way. Like, what this whole character is, the Family Kamehameha, is like this entire character, but easy aid, basically. That's what Gohan is, essentially. Like a very lazy, like, kind of way to say it is he's just an easy version of this character. I have no idea what they mean. The only thing this character has is this. The Rainbow Orb changing. But, like, here's the thing. Like, this character loses that, too. Like, they both have the same amount of time. Like this... Gohan's not losing that. Are they talking about this? Is this one of these, like, in Fat Boo, like, on every single team players? That's the only thing I could think of is that this person likes to run Int Fat Boo everywhere, and Int Fat Boo potentially doesn't synergize super well because of this. That's, like, the only thing I'm thinking of. This unit is just better in, like, every way. I got no clue. No clue. Yeah, they did. Yeah, no clue. This guy's just better than TEQ BROLY, obviously. Yeah, he's just easily better than TEQ BROLY. Not even close. Severely underrated? I mean, they're okay. They're certainly okay. Right? Like, they can build up to that 50% damage reduction. They stack attack. They do still have the good standby and the support. I mean, they're definitely an okay character, for sure. It's just that, like, 50% damage reduction back when this character came out was like, oh my god, super tanky everywhere. 50% damage reduction now is like, okay, like, you could tank some normals. That's the difference there. No? No clue. Nope. That's not correct. We double checked. Fiction. Fantasy. Made up. Not true. Technically, he'll forever be the most relevant TUR. Well, Iron Cane is going to learn all about him very soon. Yeah, World Tournament. I mean, it is true. You look at 2023. Can I pull up? I could probably pause and just get like one of the 2023 tier lists up or something like that, and like we could take a look at it, right? Like, yeah, I mean, compared to the rest of those characters, I mean, he certainly did age better. All right, where's the first time? Yeah, here we go. So here's what I had. So this is October 7th, 2023. So this is after 17 and 18 come. Oh my, dude, last year. Oh my God. Last year was so bad. What the hell? Last year was so bad. Global players, again, I want to remind, well, I mean, this goes for JP players as well, but remember, global players, you're now going to be on the same schedule as JP. This is 2 years in a row, 2023 and 2024, where the Saiyan Day and Golden Week characters dominate the year. This year it was TEQ Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and Fat Buu. I feel like you could just assume that that's going to be the same thing. The Saiyan Day character and the Golden Week characters are probably going to dominate the year. But yeah, I mean, it's not even close. I use Piccolo Jr. I probably have used him 10 times more than any other character here since they've all come out. That's for sure. I'll always fondly think of Kale because Kale came out. I was playing Resident Evil 4 Remake. Oh, so good. All right. Well, that is all we've got to say about that. I mean, that's good. This is terrible. It was a solid point. This is good. Good point. This is... I mean, I wish I would love to get like a written explanation. One thing Yuka needed to do is get more explanation. I am a stupid person, so I am never opposed to sentences on sentence. Like, I'm not one of these people who's gonna reply and say we ain't reading all that, because I will read all that, because I will be reading all of that, right? Like, you can't give too much context. You can't. This is maybe the worst. Alan and Vector have never had anything this confusing and bad, I don't think. I mean, I guess Vector was, like, Vegeta and Trunks were still God for, like, 8 months after Vector said they're on their way out. Like, something like that, I don't know. But this is, like, like, I'm like a chimpanzee in the zoo scratching my head looking at this. Like, I got no clue, dude. What are we looking at here? I don't know. That's a solid point. I mean, this is not wrong. Like, Gogeta turn 1 can super attack in slot 1. This Vegeta could be in slot 2, and he'll get massacred by a normal. Yeah, that's true. But not in Goku and Frieza. And, I mean, Janemba, he's probably going to be okay. I mean, the super attack will kill him, of course. But so, I mean, this is, like, leaning more towards bad. Even though this is true, it's leaning more towards bad. This is terrible, terrible. No, he's not fucking good. He does not cook. He's just ass. This is an incredible, great one. I feel like this is probably a good point. Good point. He's up there, and he's forgotten. That's true. People don't talk about him, and I mean, he is probably still pretty effective. So this is fun. We could run him on the Buu Saga team. Pretty helpful. It is, I guess, just one thing about him is that Buu Saga. I mean, the options we have. I mean, he's not on global. He's not even on the first page of Buu Saga characters. He's on page 2. And that's just this. Well, I guess I can't say this year anymore, but you know, in 2024. So that's a good point. This is a good point. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yep. This is like a 50-50 because remove this. No, stop it. Give the base guard and they become damn near a perfect unit that was correct. If you give Goku, Gohan, and Trunks guard, it's over. They are number 1. For sure. This is mostly good, but I would say Frieza's worse. Frieza is worse. But, like, Rose is probably 2. Probably. I'm taking, like, Roshi over Rose. I'm taking HL Vegeta over Rose, right? Like, Yeah, it's this guy, Frieza. Those are the ones. And a lot of it too is they didn't give them enough help. But also these like slot 2 Dokkan Fest exclusive characters, right? So like Roshi counts for this. AGL Vegeta I think mostly counts for this. Right? Like, you know, you load into one of these fights and you get double Rose turn 1, like it's dude, this sucks. I mean, he does guard turn 1, I guess, but like those like slot 2 like Dokkan Fest leader characters, those teams are ass. Slug sometimes can be a bit annoying, but you can Ghost Light Slug in slot 1 a little bit. You could Ghost Light Buhan a little bit in slot 1, you know, depending upon the situation. All right. All right, so there's that. That's a good point. Yeah, he's TUR Beast Gohan. People just, it's like, we're bored, time to hate on good defensive characters. That's what they do. You know, this guy's not cooler, so time to hate on him. I mean, this is probably true, right? I do like this. I mean, this is definitely going to be true. Slows the team down so TEQ Goku can get that domain up against like 17 and Golden Frieza. That's definitely the case. I don't agree, but it's not like the biggest deal. It's close. Like, I mean, these characters, I mean, you could change these guys around a little bit, right? Like, that's not the craziest thing ever. Yeah, I don't agree with it. Janemba, he does not gap and it's not close. I would now put Janemba above Gotenks, but to say it's not close, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I mean, it's, man, after Max buffs Kibu, at, like, what this guy was doing in here, like, characters can't replicate what HLUI Goku did in this fight, man. Characters can't replicate it. They can't. They can't. But top 5 is, I don't know, it's a bit much. I mean, shaping up to be the best aging unit is probably a bit of a stretch, but, I mean, she's really crazy. They're in a discussion. Again, I mean, you can interchange a lot of these guys up here, I think. And underrated. From what I personally have seen, this guy is underrated, yeah. So, let me know what you guys think. This guy, he's gotten a lot of discussion this year, I guess. I'll catch you guys next time.